So a nuclear missile was found inside of a man's garage. How'd that get there? Ha! Yeah, a guy in Washington State actually had an inert nuclear missile inside of his garage that his neighbor had left to him. Authorities contacted this guy because he had reached out to an Air Force museum offering to donate it. The guy said that his neighbor had purchased it from an estate sale, but begs the question, how did it get on the estate? Anyway, police sent bomb squad technicians and they went and checked it out. They said it was a Douglas AIR TAC-2 Genie, which is an unguided air-to-air rocket that was designed to carry a 1.5 kiloton nuclear warhead. There was no nuclear warhead attached, so there was no danger of any explosion. Here's a sweet picture of the propulsion system, if I had to guess what that was. Local law enforcement said it was basically just a gas tank for rocket fuel. So I didn't know this, and for those of you that don't realize, the Genie was the first nuclear-armed air-to-air weapon. Apparently, it was the most powerful interceptor missile ever deployed by the U.S. Air Force, and they stopped producing it in 1962.
I don't know, but that's pretty crazy. I wonder what made dude think it was okay to house a whole nuclear missile, warhead or not.
So I was getting ready to do some Christmas baking and I noticed a few brown flecks in the flour, and when I lifted the lid, these things were crawling all over the flour. What the hell are these? What is going on? I'm never baking again, obviously. This is an airtight container. How did these things get in here?
It was already in the food.
What is this?
That's just sesame seed, don't worry about it. Adds flavor.
When people tell me I'm doing too much because I wash my rice and my fruit, this is why you wash your rice and your fruit. I literally just opened a new bag of brown rice and look at this. Disgusting. Y'all better make sure y'all washing your rice.
I found a parasite in my rice and beans. Throw the whole damn pot away.
Is that a whole worm in there? Oh yeah.
Família, tô aqui na sinaleira, encontrei aqui agora essa nuvem, ó, esse formato de nuvem, e relampejando só dentro. E aqui perto de casa, viu, no fundo do cemitério São Jorge.
It almost looked like a mushroom cloud. But I know that's gonna be one powerful storm, I can tell you that. I can smell the rain through the picture.
This strange cloud right here was spotted over Brazil this week. This thing was massive and it stayed in the same spot for hours, from the day into the night. Could this cloud possibly be covering something? Could it be like some kind of cloak over a UFO or a military vehicle? Could it be a portal? I don't know, but this video is amazing, Booskies.
Clouds definitely getting weird. Actually, the first video was based in Brazil too. So what's going on in Brazil?
Let me know what you think of this cloud and other aerial phenomena that's happening all over the world.
It looked like a mushroom cloud. I've been seeing all types of clouds I don't recall seeing when I was a little kid. I remember a lot of puffy clouds, but now it's all kinds of shapes up there.
Watch this thing right here come through the sky, man.
I'm getting a video. There's this huge thing making a re-entry right now. Huge fireball up in the sky. That's actually sick. It's just leaving a trail across the sky. That thing's coming from like several times the speed of sound into the atmosphere. It's crossing over the sky. Hold on, I need to get out and record this.
I feel sorry for wherever it lands.
Look at that thing. Oh, I gotta record on it. But yeah, it's gorgeous. Look at it. And it only took it like a few seconds to go from one end of the sky to the other. It's like fading off in the distance now. I can barely even capture it.
Schmungus?
VPN.
A VPN into what? Another dimension? I married a schmungus. What the hell is a schmungus? What is the schmungus among us? What the schmungus is revenge? What?
They stole my schmungus.
What?
Look at him sitting over there in the VR. Have anybody tried that? I think I'm gonna go try that here in a second.
Electric vehicles were out in the 1800s, 1870s to the 1890s. There were electric vehicles, right? So if there were electric vehicles at that time, and we were all about saving the planet, why didn't the electric vehicles roll out faster? Well, they didn't roll out till the time in which they were needed, when the climate was under stress and everything else. So same thing with the digital currency and all the digital this and digital that. It all rolled out at a time in which these devices can sync up to that and they can all be interconnected. So think about it that way when you think about anything that you see, just like the Titanic thing. The Titanic thing is coming out exactly at the same time when supposedly that FedNow thing is coming, right? They've been talking about that, the FedNow, whatever nonsense. You just so happen to do a Titanic incident at the exact time when you try to roll out the FedNow situation. See the dots? That's why I say connected. How often do you do your lives? I do the lives every Monday or moon day, because usually it's a full moon.
Feel like we running behind. We had electric cars in the 1900s. That's crazy. And they're acting like it just came out. It sounds to me we need to skip to nuclear.
Is Apple Pro Vision safe or is it really dangerous? The dark secrets. Don't forget that this Apple logo was the same apple that Adam and Eve ate that trapped us before. Now so many people are getting trapped and stuck in this new reality. We are about to be living in a computer world for real. Remember, they have to tell us what they gonna do before they do it. We are seeing Ready Player One in our reality now. All this technology we see, they test it and use it against us before they give it to us for some kind of enjoyment. These are a trap. Remember, we already live in one matrix. This Pro Vision is going to put us in another matrix. It's going to make it harder for us to escape any kind of matrix. They are turning nature into a Black Mirror. You thought this was just entertainment. No, it was the truth. They don't want to tell people this dark secret right here. Our emotions is going to be connected to these games to the point where if we so-called unalive in one of these games, we're going to unalive in real life. These are not games. It's really a new reality they are programming us for. Never forget, our reality already been hijacked, which is our pineal gland. Our pineal gland is our true vision of how we see nature. But now the new vision is about to change everything. We bit this apple before. Why are we biting the same apple again? This logo means everything. So anytime we have a hard life, we feel like life is not getting better, we can always put these glasses on and go to a new reality or go deeper down the rabbit hole. The poles already shift. We are leaving the dark ages and we are going to the age of light, meaning enlightenment. More people about to be spiritually evolved. But if we fall for this trap, we're going right back down the rabbit hole. Every movie they put out, Ready Player One, The Matrix, all these virtual reality games, it was a test run to see how we was going to act when it came out. And since everyone loved it, guess what? It's our new reality. Told you they plant ideas in our mind to make things manifest. This provision is going to trap your spirit if you don't know what you're doing. So many people walking around distracted in some kind of fairy tale world that they are forgetting about their real life. That's the mission, to make you forget about your real life and go into an artificial life. It don't exist. Only this life exists.
Hey, I think all this VR that we're experiencing is going to lead us to another reality. I mean, when I be sitting here strolling on social media, I lose track of time. When I look up, it seems like I was in a totally different place. I know I can't be the only one. Leave a comment.
There is a SIM card swapping scam that I'm going to share with you guys today, and I'm going to be giving you tips so that it does not happen to you and you can avoid this cyber attack. Okay, so first off, let me explain that it's normal to get a new phone number changed, and because it's normal to the cellular providers, this gives the attacker or the hacker a chance to access your information and to change your SIM card. So in the end of this video, I'm going to tell you what you can do to avoid it. But first, let's start with what the SIM represents. What is a SIM card? So a SIM card means subject identity module, and this is how the cell phone company knows who you are through your texts and through your calls. Now, SIM swapping or SIM card swapping is where the hacker can actually trick or bribe the cell provider, which is called a social attack, and they can request for your number to be changed. Now, once your number's changed based upon that SIM card, it is identity theft, and they steal your information, and at this point, they have control over your phone to receive text and to receive calls. Now, if you know how many times it asks you to identify your cell phone or to confirm the text, to log into things, this allows you to have some insight on how these attackers can do it. And if they can access your bank and convince the bank through the to text or through the personal identification through the text factor, then they can access your bank account and wipe you out completely. So these are some tips to basically avoid giving your number to everyone, because it's not necessary, because this is your personal identification as your number. Now, banks or apps, I recommend not to use the text as identification, the multi-factor, because if someone swaps your SIM card through the cell provider, then it gives them the opportunity to do that two-way identification to access your bank accounts and other forms like Zelle, Cash App, and things that are sensitive to your financial information. If this happens to you, you can file a complaint. Here's a number to call the FBI, and if somebody's done this to you, man, be careful out there. Comment below what you guys think and click follow.
Look at what they got going on, y'all. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this shit.
In the United States, a battery has been developed that can charge smart lenses through the upper eyelid. This device consists of an adhesive accumulator attached to the temple and a patch embedded with microchips, operating on wireless charging principles. It seems like cyberpunk is closer than we think.
It looks so uncomfortable. Like, who is creating this? Is this people creating their own concoction, trying to be like Elon Musk? And look at his eyes. It looks red. It's so red, y'all. That can't be healthy, y'all. Come on, y'all. What is going on in the world? Are people that much upset with being a robot that they would be willing to put their body through this? Like, that looks really uncomfortable. Look at his eyes, y'all. It's all red and bloodshot and just blinking and flashing. You know what this reminds me of, y'all? Check this out. This over here.
So explain this.
Shout out to the guy Nizzy. That's my boy. Follow Nizzy.
The brand new Apple Vision.
They always tell you.
Y'all always be like, yo, you always want to post movies, blah, 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 bro. If y'all seen Ready Player One, then y'all automatically know that's the exact same thing. They trying to lead us to that shit, bro. To where as though we about to be on some Sims shit. Like, y'all know the games, The Sims?
Y'all see that guy with the eye? It's all about the eye.
I don't even think y'all peep. That was a commercial from this movie called Everywhere, Every Place at Once.
So that video with the guy with the eye reminded me of the video with Nizzy, and I had to share it. And shout out to the boy Nizzy, he does great work. Go ahead and follow him, y'all. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Shit's getting weird out there. 2024, is this the type of energy 2024 is bringing? Yo, I'm with it, y'all. I'm with it. You with it? I mean, we in it, y'all. Let's get this shift. Let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments below. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting time.
That's deep right there, man.
Where do y'all think all this steam's coming from out the ground right here in Oregon?
It's interesting how it all... Portland, Oregon. They all did this. They came up here.
Some kind of sewer or volcano.
Look at that. Yeah, they say this is a volcano 100 years ago, but that's just crazy.
I'd be scared to live under something like that, knowing that it's a volcano up under you. That's scary. But what can we do? Everywhere we go, it's gonna be natural disasters.
And look at this. Look how easy it is for me to chip away at the road. Look. This is amazing, isn't it? You guys, it's hot too. The ground is hot. You can.
I bet it is. Probably can.
Look at this one's really kicking.
Fry eggs on the concrete.
Hot too. The ground is hot. You can. Look at this one's really kicking.
Anybody live next to some volcanoes? Let me know.
The weather people are lying, and what really happened yesterday with Oklahoma's earthquake. Watch this.
So I found something really interesting on radar that I wanted to share with you guys. You may have heard that there was an earthquake Friday night. It was a 5.1, happened a little bit east of Oklahoma City, and right at the time that earthquake happened, all this stuff starts showing up on radar. Let me throw this into motion for you real quick. And you can see there's nothing, and then boom, this radar scan is from 3 minutes after the earthquake happened. By the way, I put a red dot here where the epicenter of the earthquake.
Now watch what he says the anomaly was.
So you know what the radar is actually picking up there? That's actually birds. They got jolted awake like a lot of people in their beds in this area.
So they are claiming this is birds, right? Okay, seems kind of weird, but now let's actually watch the radar and see what happens in real time. Watch. You see how much time has gone past? Look how far the clouds moved. 30, 40 minutes? Birds are still there for 30 or 40 minutes. So the birds stay exactly in the sky at that same place and still showed up on radar. If that were true, then why isn't the radar showing birds everywhere in trees all the time? So quick question for you. Oklahoma never has earthquakes. They had them yesterday, and I believe a week ago they had a bunch of them. Why all the earthquakes, and why the weather anomaly on the radar? And don't say birds. Let me know what y'all think.
Dude said birds. He got a point, because we'll be seeing birds all the time on the weather radars. Even the weatherman didn't even know what was going on. He just made that up.
Facts. Part 142. This is the progression of mugshots of a man who sank deeper and deeper into a life of drugs and crime. Matthew Medlin is a schizophrenic who sadly never got his life together after becoming hooked on meth. The male Babirusa pig can grow tusks so long that they curve backwards and slowly kill him by impaling his skull. The purpose of this medical device will make you shiver. It's a restraining device used to immobilize infants during circumcisions. After 12 years of torture in a Hawaiian circus, this poor elephant named Tyke managed to escape, injuring staff on his way out. He then went on an all-out rampage before police shot him 86 times, eventually killing him. In 1957, a 42,000-pound hydrogen bomb, one of the most powerful of its time, was accidentally dropped by a bomber near Albuquerque, New Mexico. Luckily, it landed in an uninhabited area, so no one was injured or killed.
NASA is looking to hire people to protect the Earth from aliens. Man, what? Man, look at this. And they're willing to pay 6 figures. It's official. You can literally look it up. Preventing alien microbes from contaminating the Earth. 124 to 187,000 per year. What do you guys think? Are you gonna apply? Look at this.
Why can we only go to Mars every 2 years? The movie industry would have you believe that we can just go to Mars whenever we want, but we actually only have very small windows every 26 months. The moon orbits us, so it's always roughly the same distance away, but Mars orbits the sun, meaning that sometimes it's only 35 million miles away, and other times it's about 250 million miles away. Remember that all of these planets are moving targets. When a quarterback throws the ball, they don't throw it to where the receiver is, they throw it to where they're going to be. It's called a launch window, and it's the small opening we have to send spacecraft to Mars when we're close enough for it to be a reasonable trip of about 7 months, with an average speed of about 24,600 miles per hour. The next launch window is coming up soon. India is taking advantage of this and launching their spacecraft at the end of this year around October-November. If they miss it because the weather is bad or something else goes wrong, they'll have to wait until the end of 2026. So these launch windows can be pretty stressful. And imagine if we do send people there and there's an issue with the resupply mission. Mars isn't the closest planet, Venus is. And that launch window is only 19 months. In a lot of ways, this planet is less sketchy.
Yo, that's real footage too. I remember that movie about an abduction in Alaska. It was a pretty good movie. Anybody in here watch from Alaska? Fill me in on some details.
Good afternoon. A photo has surfaced that a lot of people are claiming is proof that the Roswell UFO incident was real. It's a picture of an alien-type creature, and they claim it was taken in 1947 in Roswell. Who better to check it out than our Roswell reporter, Cheyenne Cope. She hit the UFO museum to see what people there think. Cheyenne.
Well, Kim, the picture definitely has people talking at the UFO museum. It's one of the first things you hear when you mention Roswell. Aliens. And people come from all over the country to see them. I am a firm believer in aliens. Well, this week, a never-before-seen picture was released that some people believe is more proof that a UFO did crash here back in 1947.
According to Kodak, yes, it is real. It hasn't been doctored. It hadn't been touched. It is from that time period, from the photographers that were in this area in 1947.
The photo was revealed at a conference in Mexico City on Tuesday. Someone claimed they found it in a box in an attic in Sedona, Arizona, along with pictures of Clark Gable, Bing Crosby, and Dwight Eisenhower. While a lot of people are calling it just another hoax, it's definitely fueling the debate again over what's known as the Roswell UFO incident.
I guess, okay, it'd be a game changer. I mean, either you're a believer or you're not, or you're a skeptic.
So, what did people visiting the museum today think?
I'm skeptical. Of course, it's a lot more fun to believe it could have been aliens. So no, I can't say I believe one way or the other. I'm definitely open-minded about it.
I think it would be really silly not to believe that there's something out there other than us.
Now they're all watching the fucking movie. Look at this shit. What the fuck?
must be a good ass movie. Up there go that mirror again. I gotta try that. Y'all try it too. Let me know your results in the comments.
Yo, what is going on? That's Aaron Rodgers. And that's Aaron Rodgers. Are you Aaron Rodgers? You were. Hey, what the hell?
You need to leave the UK right now. I genuinely can't believe this is oh my day.
This is just absolutely shocking. I swear to God, the UK has just become an absolute shambles in recent years. Like, what is the point in living here? There's high taxes, everything is ridiculously expensive. This guy right here is called Abdul Azili, and you seriously will not believe what he did. Genuine trigger warning for this is disturbing, so if you don't want to be disturbed, then please just keep on scrolling. So, the other day in Clapham, this guy goes over to a woman and her 2 kids in the car, and just opens the door and attacks them with a substance, almost like acid, which is just shocking. Just that alone is like, oh my god, like, what is wrong with people? But it gets a million times worse. So people walking past seeing this obviously try and help the woman and the kids. As they go over and try and help, this guy then picks up one of the kids and starts hitting it against the floor and dropping it. Like, what?
That's crazy.
And then the people who are going over to these people and trying to help them and do get to help them, they're getting hurt as well because they are touching the acid. A bus driver going past then sees the whole thing unfolding and goes over to try and help them. The guy has now just fled the scene and run off to God knows where. But now this bus driver goes over to help and gets hurt as well because of the substance on them. Like, what the hell? So countless people have now been injured as well. And this poor family is just messed up now. Now, luckily, it looks like they're not going to pass away, but they are going to sustain serious, serious injuries for life, and they are in hospital fighting for their lives right now. The guy is still on the run somewhere in the UK, and police are issuing warnings nationwide saying, look out for this guy. If you see him, do not speak to him. Call the police immediately, because who knows if he's going to do something like this again. I just can't believe the state of the UK, like, and they want us to fight. Imagine this guy on the front lines. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's just scary. But hit that follow button and I'll keep you updated.
So y'all remember how Rick Ross said that he was building an underground bunker? And then Jeff Bezos, he buys a $70 million billionaire bunker. Oh, don't forget, Mark Zuckerberg also buys an underground bunker. And hundreds of other millionaires are starting to buy underground bunkers. And then we can't forget the quote-unquote underground cities that they have. And I'm sitting up here thinking, what's going on? What are they not telling us? Why is everybody buying bunkers? Come to find out, the reason why they was doing it is because it's been prophesied. Revelation 6:15. And the kings of the earth, the great men, the rich men, the chiefs, captains, and all the mighty men, and every bondman and every freeman hid themselves in the dens and rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. So they said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us. The mountains and the rocks fall on us. But y'all gonna start opening your eyes and seeing that the revelations is playing out. Let me know y'all thoughts on this video in the comments. Follow me on YouTube if y'all want this exclusive content. And this video's for entertainment purposes only.
Hey, everybody building these make me want to get my survival pack together. Y'all think they know something? Or is this a trend?
Look at my camera, Jess.
Where is it?
It's a UFO. You guys, we're seeing a UFO.
That's not a UFO. That's a drone.
You guys be seeing a UFO.
No, it's not. Look at my camera, Jess.
Can I see? I can't see your camera. Oh, you will. Hey, don't worry about it. We'll see it happen.
Come closer to us.
No.
I'm going to explain to you how this photo is related to the Garden of Eden in the Bible and how NASA is lying to us about the globe model. You probably think NASA just stands for National Aeronautics Space Association, but do you want to know what it really means in Hebrew? The term NASA actually means to seduce, beguile, or to deceive. And we're all familiar with the story where the serpent deceived Eve into eating the apple, right? And what's exactly on the back of our iPhone? Funny enough, the first photo on the lock screen of the iPhone was actually the blue marble photo. So just like the serpent tricked Eve into eating the apple, NASA's tricking you into believing that you know everything. You choose to trust man over God's own word, which clearly states God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. Oh, what's the firmament, you say? Exactly what's over the flat earth, stopping us from going to the moon.